Welcome back to another week of Before We Get It Right. This week is a little bit different. Leah wasn't even sure exactly what we were doing today, but I have been on this kick of asking questions. My Memley Moms page has taken a little new identity turn, I feel like, and it's basically has become asking the questions that moms forget to ask themselves. And so I've just been on this whole question quest, I guess you could call it. And so I thought it would be fun, lighthearted, funny, just nothing too serious, and a way to get to know Leah and I better. But what I wanted to do today was just like a rapid fire question series between the two of us. And I'm not even exactly sure what that looks like. I've come up with some questions. Leah has no idea what we're doing. I just told her. So she's probably fig- figuring out what she wants to ask. But yeah, we're just going to kind of go back and forth, ask each other random questions. You'll get to know us, hopefully, some laughs and questions that you could think about answering yourself too if you were ever asked these questions. Are you excited, Leah?
I am. I'm excited. Hold on. My Starbucks drink is here. I didn't go get food like I wanted. I ordered. It was buy one get one free pink drinks.
Oh, what is a pink drink?
It's a um it's just like a energy refresher, but it's like has coconut milk in it and it's strawberry, so it's like really tasty and it's perfect for my first day of my period.
Oh, lovely.
Caffeinated, but like not coffee right now.
Love it. It sounds refreshing. I won't start deep. Let's just start like, I don't know, something light. I think I already know the answer to this, but maybe I don't know, something for the listeners to know about us, you, me. Uh, it's a serious question though. Team Diet Coke or Team Pepsi?
Team Diet Coke. There's not even a question.
I will say I'm also, I mean, I have one right now. It's what I drink consistently. I do love a good Diet Pepsi every once in a while though. No, never. You never drink Diet Pepsi.
Never. Not
Mm.
even if like I go to a restaurant and they don't sell Coke products and it's Diet Pepsi or nothing, I will drink water.
Okay. See, I'm not that diet. I mean, I don't know. Every once in a while, or like, what about a Diet Dr. Pepper?
I could get down with that. I like a Dr. Pepper occasionally. It's very rare, but definitely it's a unique taste. I like that. Okay, this one's a little bit more serious.
Okay.
Ah. So, what is something like before you became a mom? I feel like we all had our judgments before we became parents of other parents. What is something that you judged before becoming a mom that you totally get and you do now?
Ooh, I 100%. It's something I still feel bad about till this day that I ever judged it. Crying kids on an airplane.
You were one of those people who judged?
I I did, but it wasn't like I'm gonna like be mean or like
Yeah.
have I kept it to myself, but I was one of those people that was like, shut your kid up. Like, why can't they be quiet?
Yeah, why can't you
Zero
control them and get it together?
zero awareness. That is something I will admit. It is something I still feel terrible about because yeah, I've been on an airplane with my own screaming children and I get it. There's no magic wand you can just wave to shut them up. So
No, definitely not. I feel like I did the same thing. I judged whenever kids were having temper tantrums or like picky eaters was a big judgment of mine. I'd be like,
mm.
ugh, why can't they just try it? Because I was never a picky eater, right? I feel like I've always eaten pretty much everything, but Lily is a super picky eater. I was joking with someone today that I don't think she's ever like even as an infant when they're trying soft foods, like still rejected vegetables like in any capacity. So we're all
I
trying
didn't
that.
know Lily was see, I'm learning more about you already today. I didn't realize Lily was a picky eater.
Oh yeah, no, she just like
Or do they say it's selective? It's picky eating. Ada's the same way, but it didn't start. She ate everything I gave her, like avocados, broccoli. Like I did the baby led weaning stuff with her. She ate whatever I gave her. It was when she turned 2. After 2, it was like she stopped eating 90% of the food she was eating before.
Wow. Yeah,
And, like,
that's weird.
the courses, hers is definitely sensory, but I have tried everything.
Yeah. I think it just happens over time, you know? Like my cousin, she was also a horribly picky eater. Like every Thanksgiving, they would make chicken nuggets for her while everybody else ate. Like she never ate turkey. She hated everything. And her mom is also a very picky eater and hates mushrooms so much that she, like, if there's mushrooms that are like put in the mixer and put into soup and they're not even of substance anymore, she still somehow knows and like won't eat the soup. So I but
Interesting.
now my cousin eats everything. So
Okay.
it gives me hope.
I tell Ada, I'm like, "You cannot eat applesauce pouches when you go out on dates when you're an adult." Like, I don't you just can't.
That's funny. You know what my mother-in-law always says whenever we get stressed about stuff like that is like an example would be like with the pacifier. And we would have it and she's like, nobody ever went to prom with a passy. And we were like, okay, I guess you're right. So I always try and keep that in mind with so many things like that for my kids that I find to be just really picky and a little bit selective or like they're really attached to something and I get stressed. So
Yeah,
trying to keep
I
that in
no, that's a
mind.
great point. Good advice. Okay, well, while we're on the topic of food, surprising food that you secretly enjoy.
So I like I said, I'm not a picky eater, but I don't like spicy food. So I like in any capacity, I just have no tolerance for it. So I mean, I love sushi, I love black olives. Like my ideal pizza is black olives, spinach, mushroom, and onion.
Oh, okay. I mean, that wouldn't be my go-to, but that's not like a bad pizza in my mind.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I feel like people seem to think that it's not good. I think it's delicious.
Okay, my answer, I was more thinking about along the lines, okay, so when I was thinking about this question, I have 2 things that come to my brain. One is you guys don't have Quick Trip by you, do you? Gas
Yeah, we
station?
do. But I
You
think
do?
ours is different. So there's 2 types of quick trips. There's a quick trip with a K and quick trip with a Q. What is yours?
Oh, one with the K.
Ours is with a Q.
Oh, so it's probably not as good.
Probably not because
I'll have to bring you to it's like, they have everything there. Like, I could go grocery shopping and get all of my essentials at Quick Trip with the K. But they have this chicken sandwich there that I'm obsessed with. So, yes, it's a gas station chicken sandwich, but it's
it's
so good. Or I've been on Uncrustable grape flavored.
oh, great. Okay, I
Wait,
thought you were gonna say the strawberry, and I was about to, like, throw up.
judge me?
I was.
Oh my gosh. No, the grape one. I mean, the strawberry is not terrible, but like the grape is my go-to. And I've been buying them for my kids, quote unquote, but then I end up eating all of them.
That makes sense.
There's no judgment allowed in this
Oh,
conversation, Lee.
sorry. Sorry. Sorry to the audience. Sorry if you like Uncrustables.
What's wrong with an Uncrustable?
I don't know. I feel like they just have this, like, underlying taste that is kind of, like, too sweet, like, fake sweet for me.
Mm,
What is something that people assume about you that's completely wrong?
I don't know. What do people assume about me?
I don't know, but there's always something, right?
I don't know. Maybe if you looked from the outside, I don't know, quote unquote, work, even though I do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I don't go to a 9 to 5 every day.
Right, but I think that people's definition of work can sometimes they are not able to see it that way. So that makes sense, especially considering like comments that have been made before, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
But I definitely do work. I just don't make any money yet from any of my jobs that I do. I'm
Someday.
a free employee basically for myself. What about you? How would you answer that? What are you looking at?
This dude out the window is hardcore rocking out in his truck to Matchbox 20. He is
Here's a question on a
singing
scale from 0
so
to
loud.
10. How bad is your ADHD, Leah?
Today, it is at an all-time 10. It is so bad. I'm also not I didn't take medication today, so it's very, like, over the top.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so just for
Okay.
warning, it's really bad. Okay, so what is something people assume about you that's completely wrong? Yeah, I'd have to say that I'm an only child. Nobody knows that. A lot of people would not assume that. I think there's also a lot of negative stereotypes that go along with being an only child. People assume that you're selfish or self-centered or that you're really only thinking about yourself. But I actually at this point in time, every single person who works for me is an only child. And isn't that
That's
bizarre?
insane.
It's really
That's
strange. Yeah, including myself. And I have a stepbrother, but he didn't come into my life until I was in high school. Or no, it was going into high school. And we're 9 days apart. So it never really felt like, oh, this is my sibling in the same way that I think a lot of people end up navigating having siblings. However, I do think that being only child brings you like this sense of independence. It definitely brings you, you know, this inherent motivation and you just kind of like tend to do more of your own thing versus like relying on other people around you to give you as much direction. But
That's
I
fair.
Yeah, so I think that that's something that I find there's a lot of positives in being an only child that I think get overlooked, but people are always very surprised to hear that.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, my other best friend that I would consider myself the closest with, she is also an only child. Shout out to Yelena. But she's like the most selfless person too. And so are you. So, yeah, I feel like the stereotype doesn't always follow. Ooh, saddest movie.
Oh my gosh. I've cried in so many movies, but one movie that I don't know why I cried so hard. It was remember it? What is it? A Star is Born? Is that what it's called with Lady Gaga and
Oh,
Bradley
yeah.
Cooper?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would consider that the saddest movie. I know I've cried in a lot of movies, but that's one where it was the first movie I saw postpartum after
Oh, God.
having Lily. And we go to see it, and I sobbed so hard in the movie theater that we had to leave out the side door because I didn't want anyone to see me.
Wow. Yeah, probably not the time. Not the time or the place.
No.
This is an old movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but do you remember the movie? It's called Simon Birch.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters.
Saddest movie of all time. The
That was really
cutest
sad.
little boy. My I still, till this day, if I ever see her, I give her shit. My English teacher in high school, she made us watch that in school, in English class. And I have no idea why, but that's where I saw it. And still to this day, I can't think of a sadder movie.
It is really sad. How old were you?
Well, I mean, I saw it in high school. So
Okay, so
I
you
think
were
my freshman year of high school.
okay. I was imagining like fourth grade Catherine that like is there watching Simon Birch because I feel like in our era teachers did show a lot of movies
I
that I'm
mean,
like this is kind of inappropriate. We watched when I was in fourth grade. We watched Twister. Remember Twister?
oh yeah.
Yeah, why they showed Twister to us, I have no idea, but
What
that was
was the
what
learning objective?
oh, there wasn't. We won a movie day. Yeah.
Remember those, like, TVs that they would roll, like, bring in on the rollers?
Yeah, and
We
we'd
don't
watch
do that
it
anymore. We're just I feel like we basically, this episode is just aging us.
If you had 24 hours completely alone, you didn't have anywhere you had to be, your kids were somewhere that you didn't have to worry about, what are you doing? You could do anything. The world is your oyster.
But I only have 24 hours, so I can't, like, get on a plane and go to Europe or something.
No, you got 24 hours, and then you have to be back to being your normal life.
I probably had 12 hours like this the other day. I had a raging I mean, if I didn't have a raging headache, I would actually probably do the same thing. I went in my sauna, I went in my cold plunge, and then I laid in bed and I binged a TV show
That
and
sounds
ate
great.
junk.
That sounds
I actually
amazing.
think you would like this show. It's called Not Suitable for Work on Hulu. There's
Oh,
only
okay.
one season out, and it's light and funny. I enjoyed it. I binged it.
I'll have to check it out. I'm rewatching Beef. I don't know if you saw that, if you ever watched it.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I watched the first season. I'm rewatching it because they came out with a second season. The first season came out, I watched it probably in like 2021.
Okay.
So it's
I've
old.
heard of it.
It's with Ali Wong. I thought it was really funny. It's pretty crude, but it's really funny.
What about you? Because you did just have some alone time, and what did you decide to do with it?
I worked, but I I reorganized our storage room in our store, which really needed to happen. But if I didn't have like any responsibility calling my name, I would probably do something really similar to what you just said. I'd probably order a bunch of like my favorite like food from different restaurants. Like I would get all these like I'd order in like Chinese. I'd get like some cheesecake, like the most random shit that I could eat. I'd probably eat a little gummy. I would
Mm,
lay in my bed without anybody and I would just binge whatever show I could find. And then I'd
yeah.
probably take a bubble bath. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'd get a
Love.
massage. I would definitely have a massage in there somewhere.
They would have to come to the house though. A house
Yeah.
call,
Oh my
right?
god, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds nice.
It really does.
Someday we're gonna make it happen.
Mhm.
Is it my turn?
Mhm.
Okay. Describe yourself in one word. If you had to pick like one characteristic or anything, like one word.
Hmm. That's really hard. Let me think.
I didn't say these were gonna be easy.
Oh man, have you
No,
thought
you
about
have to think of it on your own.
Oh, do you see me typing?
I see you typing. You have to think of this on your own. What comes to your brain? This is rapid fire, Leah.
I was gonna say something like,
Or a sentence. I'll give you a sentence.
okay, I was gonna say something like optimistic or something like that. I feel like I do a good job of keeping the glass half full. But I would say probably like a dreamer. I don't know. Like I definitely am a more of a visionary type of person where I have a lot of ideas and then I get overwhelmed. Or, I definitely struggle to stay in the present and am always thinking like way into the future in a way that maybe isn't always productive, but I think also can be kind of some more aspirational, which I think brings the positive vibes to everybody.
I I said
Maybe
one
nice.
sentence.
Maybe
One
nice should be the word. Leah's nice.
no, you're so much more than nice. I think dreamer is an optimistic dreamer with
A
ADHD.
cosmic dreamer because I'm all up in the
Okay, you wanna hear something really embarrassing that I wasn't gonna tell anyone about, but here I am. So, you know how we just had the full moon last night? We might lose some listeners after this.
uh-oh.
We had the full moon last night, right? I listened to this meditation. This girl that I follow, she's like, "I think I'm gonna put out some moon water." Like,
Yeah.
she was like, "Yeah, you fill up a mason jar." Well, I didn't have a mason jar, so I filled up a flower, a flower.
Is that your moon water?
It's made with water. I
Did
left
you
it
drink it?
outside last night, and I've been drinking it all day, so maybe that's why I'm feeling a little loopy, I don't know.
Is it helping your headaches?
I don't have a headache today.
That's awesome. So,
Maybe
yeah,
I
for
just
anyone
needed some
listening,
moon water.
poor Catherine has had horrible, horrible headaches. Yeah, it's definitely been like a big impact on her day to day. So for her not to have one today is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's the moon water. I don't know. If I had to answer that question, obviously I had some time to think about it, but I think the one word I would use is loyal.
You're definitely loyal.
And I think there's pros and cons to that, and it's definitely my Taurus energy
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah. Did you ask ChatGPT?
No, no, I thought of these answers all on my own.
I'm curious what they would say.
What ChatGPT would say if I had to describe myself in one word.
Hmm.
Let's look it up. I'll do that right now. Ooh, based on our conversation over the past couple of years, I don't think I've been using it that long, but the one word I choose is intentional.
Oh, that's really good. I
That
like
is
that.
a good one. I
Mine
wouldn't have
was
thought of that one.
no, I love it. Actually, mine came up with really good ones too.
What?
Relentless was the first one.
Ooh,
I don't know if I would
that's the
describe
that's the first one.
yeah, it says, "Not in a hustle culture girl boss way, but in a much more human way. You keep showing up inside a lot of complexity, all while trying to stay thoughtful about who you are and how you want to move through the world." And that it says I don't operate on autopilot, but I think that that's not the case. However, it does say you question everything, you want things to be meaningful, aligned, honest, and excellent. Sometimes that feels pretty exhausting because your brain doesn't let you just do things halfway without feeling guilty about it.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah, but the runner-up words, magnetic,
Totally, I
percep
agree with that.
yeah, I
Good
think
vibes,
magnetic would be good.
good vibes.
Perceptive, complex, I guess. I feel like I kinda am actually more complex than what probably is, like,
You
meeting
got a
the
lot
eye.
going on in your brain.
I have a lot going on at any given moment, that's for sure, and then resilient was another one.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I got resilient too. Okay, if I had to pick a few runners up, they would be thoughtful, curious, resilient, and grounding.
I like that. Grounding, I think, is excellent.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
Yeah. Let's give ourselves 2 more questions. Would you survive on a reality TV show?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny you say that because you don't. I know you definitely don't watch Love Island, but
I have never watched Love Island. I've only
I'm
watched
in too deep. I'm in
1.
too deep, people. This is a terrible current season, but somehow I just keep on watching it. Reality TV shows these days, if it's anything like that, I mean, I'm too old. I'm too old to be on a these kids are like 21, 22, 23 years old, so I would not survive. There's no Housewives of Hubertus.
I feel like that could be a season.
So that won't happen. But no, I think I'm more of a person that is better at watching reality TV show, and I just use it to escape and have something mindless to watch. But I don't think I would survive. I don't think I'd enjoy being on reality TV.
I don't think you would either. I feel like it's very much not up your alley.
I like being by myself too much. Like I want the cameras in my face, and I don't even show my kids on social media anymore. Like I wouldn't. Too complex for me. Too much.
I feel the same way. I've only watched a small amount of reality TV, and I watched Mormon Wives, which I did enjoy the first season. I haven't watched the second one. And then I did watch Real Housewives, the first 2 seasons, I think. And then I ended up watching, I think it was like
Which one though?
New
Which?
York.
Oh, oh yeah. The OG New York's the best though.
Oh, I died. I thought it was so
Sonia,
funny. Yeah.
Ramona, like all the OGs. Luann,
Oh my God, Luann. Ramona was my favorite though. So that's why I was especially excited to send you that cameo with her because she's just so ridiculous. But
loved
she's
it.
so
That was a
funny.
really great cameo that she sent.
She did. I know. I tried to make sure and put, our podcast in there so that maybe she listens to it.
Best birthday ever.
If you ever want to send Catherine flowers, Catherine does not like flowers.
Then it's funny, I say I don't like flowers, but then I get mad at my husband if he doesn't get me flowers.
So unless you're Brad, find a way to get her something else that's not gonna die. Because I feel like I do enjoy getting flowers, especially from Adam. I do appreciate it. I think they're really I love having them in my home, but it is the whole like now they're gonna die thing. And if someone's like spending a lot of money, because flowers are not cheap, we all know this.
No, they're not. But
They're
you've sent me flowers before and I loved them.
You did, but yeah, no, but you were like,
Remember
well,
when they were like dead when you sent them to me?
yeah, you were like, "Are they supposed to look like this?" I was like, "I don't know. I just ordered them from like a random
Hold
site
on.
that looked pretty."
As I post I'm gonna have to up my editing skills for this podcast, but I am finding the picture. So okay, this was last year. It was very nice. It was after I
Your
think it was
mother-in-law
after my
died.
mother-in-law or
Yeah,
my
it was
aunt.
the day of your mother-in-law's, funeral or her like yeah, her this day of the service, if I remember
Okay. So I had another friend send me flowers, and I remember I took a picture
correctly.
of Jesse's beautiful bouquet. Yours bloomed. It just they came unbloomed.
Unbloomed. They were like
But
buds when you
you
got
didn't
them.
even know peonies are my absolute favorite. So
Oh,
if
really?
everyone wants to know my favorite flower, it is a peony. I think I just love them. So you nailed that, but I'm gonna somehow figure out how to post a picture because I know I still have it in my phone.
It was ridiculous. So I think I got it from like a site called Urban Stems. And I think that's the point. I think they do send them to you right at the beginning so that you can like
So
have
that they
them
live
for a
longer.
year. Yeah, but I didn't know that. So then she sends me this picture. I'm like, I have no idea. I just thought they were
I
pretty.
was like, thanks so much for the beautiful flowers.
I think you literally were like, "Are they supposed to be dead?" Like, I feel like your text you were also like there was a lot happening. It was a busy day. It wasn't like you were not in the right mind
Sorry, that
either.
probably sounded mean. I was not in
I
the
was
right
not
frame of
offended. I only say this with humor because it's you and I can have this conversation knowing that you're not gonna sit and be like, "Oh, I feel bad." Like, it was so funny. In the moment, I was like, "Oh my god."
it did make me laugh, so that was
That's
there
what
was
you
that.
needed. That's what you needed.
Ooh, someplace cool that you've traveled to.
The summer before my senior year of college, my grandma, the one that you met, she took me on a cruise the summer before my senior year, this European cruise. We were gone by ourselves together for 28 days. It was a really long time to be with my grandma and on a ship. But we flew into London. We stayed 2 nights in London and then we drove up to Dover and we took a ship from there. We went up the Mediterranean. And so we went all the
Uh,
way to Spain and we were not in Barcelona, but we stopped in. It wasn't Santander. We stopped there, but there was one other place that we went a little bit further up, and so we went there, and then we took the boat all the way back. So we got to go to Paris. We got to go to Brussels. We went to Amsterdam. We did all these things.
love that.
It was so cool. I loved Amsterdam. I thought it was super cool. We did the Anne Frank house. We
Ooh,
walked
I want
to
to do that.
Oh, talk about emotional.
My travels, I'd say my most like unique, like kind of life changing trip. I was a junior in college, so I was about to start my first year of PT school, senior year, because it was like a blended program. I traveled for the summer. I studied abroad and I went to Australia and basically started at the way southern tip we started in Melbourne and then basically traveled through the whole outback and camped through the outback. We even spent a night with like an Aborigines tribe and didn't even have a tent and like slept outside on a mat. And once we reached the top and like got back to cities, you better believe I partied partied my butt off once, especially when we got to Sydney. But like I got to go snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef, which was awesome. And then I did an add-on too and spent 2 weeks in New Zealand. So
That's
New
cool.
Zealand was awesome. And then I actually went back to New Zealand with my sister after I graduated from PT school. And we did the whole like North and South Island, basically traveled. And we went great white shark cage diving.
What is that?
Like I went into a cage and swam with great white sharks in the ocean.
Did they come up to the cage?
Yeah. Hmm.
What in the actual fuck?
You didn't know that about me, huh?
No, that sounds terrifying. I feel like I would have a heart attack.
Adventure. Like you're in a cage. Maybe I'll find a video for everyone to watch.
Okay. Deep Blue Sea.
I don't think I've seen that.
So it was a late 90s movie with Samuel L. Jackson, and they were trying to find a cure for Alzheimer's. So they were basically trying to do research on sharks that somehow translated over to humans. I don't know, but the sharks got too smart. And then they figured out how to attack the humans, even though they were in captivity. I watched this
Well,
movie like 80 times as a child. I don't know. I had a weird obsession with it. I could probably recite it word for word if it played right now.
it sounds like you did have a weird obsession with it. Uh, but I'm alive and well, and yeah, I mean, it was a very interesting experience. It was the last day they were doing it though too because it was their winter. I mean, you're in wetsuits and stuff, but it was gold.
Well, I'm glad that you're here to tell the tale. What is a like completely irrational hill that you will die on? Like, what is a weird opinion that you would defend way, way too hard?
And to be completely honest, I feel like something I have really learned to start doing as an adult is being open to like listening to other people's opinions. Realize is, I mean, people are going to have their opinions no matter what. What is yours? Like, give me an example.
I absolutely hate to have like a ceiling fan on. I hate like airflow in
What?
my house. I hate it so much. I It's a like constant source of contention in my marriage and in my life because I will turn off like every fan. Like
You
we have
and Brad would get divorced if you're married. I have my ceiling fan on in my room right now, and I'm not even in there.
I took out the ceiling fans in our house when we moved in, and now we only have tower fans, which I find to be okay. Like I'm not as stressed about them, but I
What's
cannot
the
have them getting at
difference?
me. The up top, I don't know. I get really overstimulated by it. It's kind of the same with like it's a rarity for me to feel good having my windows down in the car. I hate that.
Do you have like a sensory thing to
I
air?
think I think so. I think that's what it is because I hate it when it's, like, windy outside or it's like yeah, I get overstimulated. I'm like, "I
Okay, these
hate
are
this."
the kind of hills we're talking about over here, huh? I was
Yeah,
like
this
trying
is
to get like
yeah, you are getting
really
way
deep
too
here.
deep. I'm like, "I can't stand airflow."
You can't stand airflow. That is like the most interesting thing I've learned about you today.
Yeah,
You definitely have
I
some sensory airflow stuff going on.
totally. One time, my friend and I still talk about this to this day. When we were in college, we drove like the 2 hours to a concert with these guys we were friends with. And the whole way home, one of them drove and it was late. So we were both exhausted. And he had the window down and we were in the back seat. So the air was just like hitting us in the face the whole time. And it was the most miserable drive of my entire life. And he just was like, chain smoking cigarettes because again guys this was like the early 2000s so
A lot of people did
so
that.
normal and he was just chain smoking cigarettes and it was not even the cigarettes it was quite literally the air it was will always remember it how miserable I was.
Interesting. Speaking of that, one thing that I cannot stand is when people smoke cigars in public.
Oh yeah, gross.
The smell of a cigar makes me want to hurt whoever is smoking it and vomit at the same time.
Ugh, I understand.
Absolutely disgusting. Another pet, I guess maybe a pet peeve of mine is when people chew with their mouths open.
I also can understand that. That's something we're working with our kids on currently.
Fair. You know, I wouldn't like get mad at your kids for, I mean, they're kids, but like adults chewing with their mouths open or like talking with food in their mouth.
Yeah, that's gross.
Okay. Last question. We didn't get to favorite animal, which my favorite animal is a manatee. What's yours?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I love manatees. When I was younger, I
Oh,
actually one of my birthday presents was I got a manatee adopted. Like I adopted one down in Florida.
I love
Her name was
that.
Betsy.
Oh.
Quick, what's your favorite animal?
I've always really loved cats. So I do love cats just in
You're a
general. I
cat
think
lady.
I love kitties. They're so sweet. Except our cat is a real jerk, but we don't need to get into bash about Pumpkin.
We
But
won't talk about pumpkin.
yeah, don't talk about Pumpkin. But
Okay, I have one. I want to end on a more serious question. And
okay.
everyone listening, I also want you to answer this question for yourself. What are you most proud of?
Oh my gosh. It's really hard.
Asking the tough ones.
I think that for myself, I think I'm really proud of the way in which I can see things from other people's perspectives. I think that that is something about myself, that's helped me be a better mom, a better business owner, a better wife. I always am there to play the devil's advocate and to see it from that perspective. And you were talking a couple minutes ago about politics and how people, really stand their ground. And of course, I feel deeply about my own values and things, but at the same time, like I'm able to step outside myself, have empathy for other people, and be able to see things from their perspective. And I
Yeah,
really
I
think
love
that
that.
that's like been the core of who I am. And that's not, I don't know if I've always necessarily been that way. Like it's not something that was totally inherent naturally, right? I think that it's something that I've had to work at. So I definitely feel proud of that.
Good, yeah, that's definitely something that I've been working on too, that I'm not there yet, but something as an adult that, yeah, I've been working on as well. I would say for me, what I'm most proud of for myself is my like all the work that I've put into myself from like a healing perspective, like my healing journey, forgiveness has been like a really big thing for me, and just creating my own path when it comes to how I handle certain things and move forward in life.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely true. And you're really able to also kind of step outside yourself and be able to see things in a different way, which is really powerful.
Yeah, definitely takes some work though. So, really curious what, as a listener, how you would answer that question. And this is longer than I want expected it to be. And I feel like we could maybe do this again sometime.
I think so.
Um, but thank you so much for joining us this week. And we will see you next week.